We often think of the saints as perfect people, but they weren't always so perfect. In one of his letters, St. Paul wrote, "What I do not understand. For I do not do what I want, but I do what I hate." Imagine that. The author of nearly half of the New Testament, a man who traveled 10,000 miles to preach the gospel, established a dozen churches, a spiritual guide to countless believers across the centuries, openly admitted that he still made mistakes. He was still growing. Here's another example. The Apostle Peter, he didn't have the courage to stand up to his opponents during a controversy. He just went along with what he knew was wrong until Paul called him out on it. Imagine that, the first pope acting like a hypocrite. The saints struggled too. Saint Jerome had a hot temper. Saint Augustine wrestled with pride. Saint Teresa of Avila got distracted in prayer. And Saint Francis battled discouragement. It wasn't that they lacked faith. It wasn't that they didn't have the Spirit of God in them. It's just that learning to live from the Spirit takes time. It's a gradual process and a lifelong practice. The reason that's true is because, as the scripture says, the flesh has desires against the Spirit and the Spirit against the flesh. See, they're opposed to each other, the flesh and the Spirit. The flesh represents our natural tendencies. Things like pride and selfishness, impatience, getting upset. As long as we're in this world, the flesh wants to be in charge, wants to be the boss of you. But the more you are guided by the Spirit, the more power you will have to become the loving, humble, kind, gentle person God made you to be. So every day you have a choice to make. Will you let the flesh rule, or will you learn to live by the Spirit living in you?